Last year, early this year, rather, I was in Trinidad and Tobago for 1 week, and I went to Guyana, that is South America. And Guyana, the population is less than 1 million in Guyana. It's like 780,000 citizens. Huge land, but the people less than 1 million. Majority of the people there are Hindus, majority of them, followed by the Christians, followed by the Muslims. But the thing is that the Muslims have power in that country because they own most of the businesses in Guyana. So they became a force to reckon with. The government cannot do anything unless the Muslims have to say yes. So when I was delivering my talks, during question and answer, somebody asked a question. I think that person might be a pandit. A pandit is like, a religious leader in the Hindu religion. So he said, if I have time, he understands I have 3 more days to leave, the country. But if I have time, he wants us to have a dialogue on air instead of me coming and sit down, say whatever I want to say. I said, fine, no problem. So the community that invited me, they talked to them, and alhamdulillah, we end up on Radio FM. We were trying to get the TV station, but we couldn't get that. So we had the Radio FM. And he came, and I came. And the question he posed was this: the form of burial in Islam vis-a-vis the form of burial in Hinduism. And then he make another statement: the kind of food that Muslims do eat compared to the kind of food being more so a vegetarian style cooking that the Hindu do, consume. And he want to talk about that. He said he have empirical evidence to dislodge the case of Islam in terms of eating halal, this, that, this. I said, no problem. No problem. I'm ready anytime, any place, I'm ready. So I came on the air. So the question I was asking, and he said, the form of burial in Islam. He said, we dig the ground and we bury somebody inside. And the Hindus, they don't do that. They put up a stick, cross over like that, and they put the dead on top of the deck of huge, wooden, and they lit fire on it. Or they built a tower, very tall tower. On top of that tower, there is, a sensor that creates fire. So they put the dead on top of it. So the vultures are always on the lookout because they know something is coming for us. Or they don't touch the person with fire. They have another one. They leave the dead body on top of the huge tower because within 5 minutes, vultures will devour everything. Compared to that of Islam, which one is more humane? And I'm saying, why would you ask such a question? You don't bury your dead. In Islam, we bury the dead. Number one, our body, 80% of our body mechanism consists of the dust. 80% of our body. Sometimes if you take a shower, you go like this to your hand. Don't you see some particles? Could be dusty and stuff like that. So we came from dust. Originally, our ancestor, our great-grandfather Adam, was created from the dust. Minha halakanakum wa fi anuidukum wa minha taharatal ukhra. That's where we came. So from dust we came, and from dust we shall return, and from it we shall be raised up. So they have that misconception about Islam that we bury the dead, and that is no good. I said, number one, you have to buy a lot of log, wooden. It costs a lot of money. And how many logs would you need to burn a whole body? A lot of log. You deck it up. You waste money. Or you build a tower. You waste money. And then the fumes, the carbon dioxide, is all over the place, disturbing people, causing sicknesses to people. Would you not prefer that you dig the ground and bury someone safely, respectfully, remotely, where you don't spend nothing, not even a dime? Which one is more merciful to apply? I say, I'm not asking you to tell me the answer, but the audience are listening. Let them make a judgment from their own. So we deal with that. Clearly, he was bamboozled. He had nothing to say else, because anywhere he comes, anywhere he goes, I hang around. So the next topic was the kind of food that we eat. He said, we kill animals and we slaughter them and we eat them. And that is not good. These animals also have a reason to be on earth. Do they come and slaughter human beings, the animals that we eat? No. So why do we have to, eat them? It is better we eat vegetation. I say, well, but vegetation also grow. They don't retire, they grow also. Why would you stop it from growing by cutting it and eating it? If you leave a vegetation, it's going to keep getting tall and tall and tall. So now you cut it up because you have to eat, right? So what is wrong with that system? Besides, the animals on earth today, if you look at the number of animals on earth today, clearly it is meant by Allah to balance the equilibrium of the forest, to balance the equilibrium of the earth, set like the honey. The honey produces a lot of honey, but they eat less than 15% of the honey. Mostly was eaten by. So Allah, He made it easy for us to be able to eat all these animals. And if you don't eat them, they're going to cause economic downtrend. It's going to be a lot of problem if these animals become so many all over the place. So eating them is part and parcel of our sojourn on earth. And then we have the carnivore. The carnivore are like a lion, tiger, hyena, powerful animals. The carnivore. If you look at their teeth, it is the incisors. It's very sharp. The canine is very sharp. It is meant to eat animal. It is meant to tear flesh, like the lion and tiger. Their teeth is not like us. So they eat a lot of meat. They can eat no vegetation. Their system is not meant for vegetation. Now if you look at the cattle, like the goats and gazelles, these are the cattle. They don't have sharp, incisors. And they have flat teeth to gorge on the vegetation. So they become herbivorous. The herbivores are the ones that eat the vegetation. So when it comes to us, we are omnivorous. Because part of our teeth, we use that to tear meat and to cut and to grind. So we have both, that of the animal, from the carnivore and the herbivorous. So we become omnivorous. And that's why we have to eat meat. Allah have given us everything in preparation to eat meat. So the argument went on for quite a long time. In fact, it took us all of a sudden 2 days. We did part 1 and part 2. And by the time we finished, people were asking to know more about Islam. That's how it should be. You have to present. Your presentation is what is going to motivate the people to ask questions based upon what you've said. Like I always mention, the way we present Islam in Africa or in our environment is not the same thing we do back in the United States. I think I've mentioned that the last time I came. In the United States, the community, they ask a lot of questions, a whole bunch of questions. They are very inquisitive. So they ask a lot of questions until it becomes clear unto them that whatever you are saying is the truth, as opposed to just believing in anything that somebody say. No, they don't do that. They think, they question, they analyze, they see, they just want to find a way to know exactly what I'm getting into. And that is what Islam wants. Analysis. أَفَلَا تَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنِ. The Quran gives you that latitude to reason, to think, not just listening and believe. So, ka zama dan an shishata kenan. You just believe in whatever they say. No, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. So we have to analyze each and everything that we hear.